During his 6 years in the NHL, Chicago's Darryl Sutter was as explosive a player as there was in the league. But no thanks to a series of injuries, Sutter was forced to retire at the age of 29 and is now in the process of trying to adjust to being behind the bench instead of on the ice.
I think just that I haven't been able to play the way I wanted to play. You know, for the last 2 or 3 years, I'm sure I still could play, but if I'm not happy with my performance, is why stick with it? And I had a chance to stay in the game and possibly keep moving up, so I thought go for it.
Much like North Star player coach Pat Price, Sutter has had to adjust from being a player to being a coach, but it's an adjustment his teammates say should be no problem.
In Darryl's case, I think it's going to be pretty easy because he was the leader on the club. People respected his opinion and listened to what he had to say, and I think that if it was some type of another player, then it would be a little bit different case. But with Darryl, he's not going to be, the head coach or anything, and he's going to be able to speak his mind towards the players and help them out in his own way and just give some direction with his leadership that he showed while he was on the ice.
Darryl has no problem. Darryl's always been he's an honest, conscientious worker. He wants to win, and he'll do whatever it takes to win. I'm sure as a coach, he's going to do the same thing. He expects you to give what you have all the time, and that's all you can expect.
Unfortunately, the injury to his knee has forced him to retire prematurely, but he still has all the characteristics. He's a leader. He's a tough player. He has that mental discipline and toughness that's required to win. He communicates well with the players, and he has the respect of the players. And, he's learning right now, as well as all of us, but he's learning, and I think he's going to really be a valuable asset in the fact that he can communicate well with the players.
One player Sutter and Murdoch are glad to be coaching this year is winger Rick Vaive. Vaive came over to the Hawks after 8 years with Toronto, and he already is making his presence known as the Hawks' second leading scorer.
He has proven ability. He's been in Toronto a number of years now, and I don't think the situation was particularly good there. I think you're going to see Rick Vaive have an excellent career here in Chicago. He's going to become excited again about the game, and you're going to see him play a brand of hockey that he's capable of playing.
It's even better than what I expected, actually. I'm quite pleased with it. Obviously, I think it shows in the way I've been playing this year that I'm a lot more relaxed. I'm happy and I'm having fun again, which I don't think I have had for the past 2 or 3 years in Toronto.
After playing against the Blackhawks for so many years, Vaive says it's a good feeling to be playing for Chicago and their fans now. And if things continue to get better for Vaive on the ice and Sutter behind the bench, it won't be long before the Hawks are a force to be reckoned with again.
Here comes Troy Murray for the Hawks. Broughton broke it up. Here's a chance now for Bergevin. He fires wide as Thomas has returned. And here come the Hawks. Stapleton along with Noonan and Thomas across the line. Stapleton takes the shot. Not go the save. And Cicerelli hurries back the other way. Off for Brian Bellows. Drops for Baruch. And he scores! Dennis Baruch! Bellows drops it for Baruch, and Baruch makes no mistake about it as he buries it past Darren Pang. And the Stars have scored at 8:20 here of the second period.
Some tired hockey players out there. That was a long shift for all the players on the ice, and it went end to end. Now the North Stars make a nice rush here. Bellows into play again. He makes a nice drop pass here, and Denny Baruch trailing. He catches it between the arm. You see the arm and the blocker of Pang, and Pang's just squeezing air. There you see a little bit of a screen, a good look here, and it comes through. Pang goes down, and it catches him between the arm and the body. And it's a shot that you don't get very often. When it hits it just right, it's real hard to close it tight before the puck goes through it. Darren Pang wasn't able to.
Here comes Acton with his shot.
Blitzed ever since they scored that last goal. Dave Archibald looks out front, and then he turns quickly and pivots. Fires it at the net, kind of a sneak attack there. Darren Pang was looking for it, made the save, and covered up the rebound.
Bob Rouse goes deep in the corner. You don't see him that deep very often.
Good time to do it, though. He knows that the North Stars have the Hawks reeling right now.
Cicerelli a big shot. Baruch almost with a tip-in. Ronasak Lucille to center. Dumped it to an open wing. Dirk Frazier looked confused for a minute and then had the puck taken away by Cicerelli. Here's Cicerelli going in. Pang sprawls Cicerelli never could get the shot off, but no stick for Pang. Cicerelli's not flying. And a penalty coming up, cross-checking call coming up against the Blackhawks. 6:29 to play here in a wild second period.
He hits the blocker. Now here's his best chance. Now watch this thing flip. Just as he reaches around, boom, over his stick, or it would have been in the net.
Controls from the North Stars. Broughton. Looking like the Broughton of old for Viveros for Broughton, and Pang makes a big save. As the Stars come close again.
Good heads-up play by Viveros and Graham. Now Viveros fakes the slap shot, then he throws it in. Dirk Graham deflects it, doesn't get it quite high enough. If that puck is up over the stick, it goes through Pang's legs. But Pang has a stick on the ice, and he's able to catch the one that's right on the ice. There you'll see it again. See? Just catches the top of his stick, or that's through his legs. He's able to cover up. North Stars on McClellan having a good game tonight.
So we have 40 minutes in the books here at Chicago. It was a good second period for the North Stars. After being outshot by the Blackhawks in the first period 19-10, including 13-0 in one stretch, the Stars come back to limit the Hawks to just 5 shots on goal in the second period, while picking up 9 themselves, plus cutting into the Chicago lead. It was 3-1 Chicago after 1, and now after 2 periods of play, the score, the Blackhawks 3, the North
Stars dominated as much as they have all year in this building, and they were unfortunate to only come away with 1 goal, but if they keep up that kind of pressure, they're going to get more, and it's shaping up like it should be a real good, exciting third period.
Little altercation there, maybe a rematch between McRae and Cochran of Chicago. As of right now, it has just been words as we've reached the 2:08 mark here in the second period. Chicago, pretty good with the lead after 2 periods, although the North Stars have come from behind and won 2 games in the third period this year.
And of course, the last home game, the Hawks had a pretty good-sized lead. I believe it was 4-1 over the St. Louis Blues, and eventually lost it in the third period. And believe me, whether it's an individual playing a game of tennis or it's a team at a professional level, when you blow a couple, especially a recent one in the third period that you thought you had won, it kind of hangs in there for a while. And that's the one thing that the Stars have going for them if they can continue to keep the heat on the Hawks as they have started in this third period.
McClellan, Rouse tries to work it free from Larmer. Recall the last time these two teams met, Savard had the winning goal. He drives that one wide. Xanapass taking down the goaltender Taco.
One of the toughest saves for a goaltender in hockey is a guy spinning and just letting it go. No one knows where it goes, especially when it's Dennis Savard in the slot. And there you see Xanapass driving for the net and taking Kerry Taco right out of the play.
Stars doing everything they can to tie it. Viveros for Cicerelli. Neil Broughton takes the shot. Pang skates out, cuts the angle down, challenges Broughton and made the save. 6-2 here in the third period. That flows to within 1 for the game, despite the fact, again, Chicago opened by outshooting the North Stars 13-0. Stars scored on their second shot. Power play goal by Bellows at 9:11 in the first period. Here come the Stars again. Here comes Zemlak cutting in a backhanded shot. Is knocked away by Pang. Ronasak Musil takes a shot. That one's off the mark. Again, the activity centers along the boards. Frazier and Zemlak now Acton moves in. Here's Basil McRae and Cochran in a rematch. Stapleton against Acton. McRae and Cochran, probably the main event at the moment. This is the only active one. As Zemlak is being sent off to the penalty box. Cochran's going to go to work on that helmet again. Now McRae will come back. We got a pretty good one going here. Cochran's getting that shirt pulled up over his head.
That's when you're really in trouble, when you've lost your helmet and your shirt's been pulled up over your head. But Sonny Cochran, one of the toughest, strongest guys in the league, A lot of intensity when he gets into these scuffles. And of course, McRae, the same way.
Nowhere in the league does it go over bigger than it does here in Chicago. 8:02 to go.
Here's how it starts.
Now they...
Wozienko lives up in Winnipeg now, just north of Minnesota. See a couple pretty tired players. The question is going to be, now you see Frazier...
Chicago will get the extra penalty. It'll go to Frazier for starting it.
Would have been out of the game. Now here you see pushing and shoving from behind, and this what happens a lot if the referee doesn't blow the whistle right away. See, pretty innocent now, nothing's happening. There you see Frazier through two lefts at Zemlak. He starts throwing an elbow back. He doesn't even know who's back there. All he knows is he's getting hit in the back of the head. There you see Giles come in and grab his arm, and that's probably why Frazier got the 2 extra minutes.
This will be the 9th penalty of the game, or the 9th power play of the game for the North Stars. When we get back to the live action, as you watch the activity there on the dance floor. 8:02 left in regulation, so the time of the penalties, 11 minutes and 58 seconds. Stars wind up with the extra man. Lawton getting it off for Dino Ciccarelli. Back for Lawton. Moving it over now to Viveros. Takes the shot. That ricochets wide. Broughton takes a whack at it to try and get it out of that mesh, but not in time, and the faceoff will go outside the Chicago line. 1:49 left in the North Star power play, their 9th of the night. They have gone 1 for 8 so far. They scored on their first power play when Sanapass went off for slashing at 7:34 of the first period. At 9:11, Bellows from Baruch and Ciccarelli. Since then, the Stars have gone 0 for 7. North Star Hockey on KXLI 41 and KXLT 47. Another thriller from the stadium in Chicago. Manny Viveros over for Lawton. The shot, he scores! The power play goal for the North Stars, and they have tied it at 3-3.
What set this up was just before this, they were having a big discussion where the faceoff should be. The Hawks were saying this faceoff should be outside the zone because the North Stars put the puck on the back of the net. And the North Stars were saying the goalie had held it on there. Well, the North Stars won, and luckily they did, because right off the faceoff, you see a nice one-timer by Brian Lawton and a great deflection by Brian Bellows, who again off the side of the net, he just sticks his nose in there, makes some great plays. Now, of course, Neil Broughton winning this faceoff set the whole thing up, but Brian Lawton's done a good job of one-timing shots, and he's starting to get that down pretty good, and he could be someone that they could use pretty regular as they have on the point on the power play. That's a real art to one time in it.
39th game of the year, so Bellows is on a 50-goal season. That's the pace he's on right now, as he has 25.